Raw Chef Jane is joining us again this morning. We are matched in our pink outfits. Love it.
Nice. I'm glad we both got the memo this morning.
Exactly. And so we are talking about, really it's a continuation from the last episode where you made the cinnamon pop'ems.
Yes.
And it was basically dates, almonds, pecans, and some cinnamon.
Yeah.
And you have it all ground up here. But now we are adding to that some
yes, we
apples.
are. And this is really the fun part. And what a great dessert this is. Now, this can be a dessert. It can be a breakfast. It can be a snack. It can be anything you want it to be. And you can do it any way you want to do it. There are no rules here. Now, what I'm going to do is introduce you to a new appliance, which is called a mandolin. Now, a mandolin slices things very, very nicely. It can slice thin, thick, whatever. However you like it.
It's adjustable, right?
Yeah, it is adjustable. This is very sharp. The blades are really, really sharp on this, and they give you this beautiful little doohickey, technical term, that has little prongs on it that grab the fruit or vegetable that you're slicing, so that you don't slice your fingers, because slicing fingers on this is very easy to do.
All right.
Okay.
So we take an apple.
So I'm going to take an apple and I'm going to just slice it real thin on the mandolin like this. Okay, it's about that one. Oops, I think I got the stem in there, which I didn't really want to do, but that's okay.
And you just keep going, right?
Just keep doing this until we do the whole apple. And I've already prepared about 4 or 5 apples.
Okay.
Okay, and what I'm doing now is just to show you how to use the mandolin. I'm not too worried about cutting my fingers off with this one because I'm holding on to the apple. What you want to make sure that you don't do is put your fingers close to the blade.
Right.
You want to keep your hand more or less flat on the top.
Right. And so you basically just do 4 or 5 apples of doing basically this exact same thing on the mandolin.
That's it, okay?
And look at that.
Yep, and there we have.
These are just
and look
very
at how
thin
nice
slices.
Yeah, they're very pliable and very thin, right? Yeah. And they're very good too.
And then you just chop them up?
I'm just going to chop it up into small pieces.
Wonderful.
All right, and I'm going to add this into.
And this is where you already sliced 4 or 5
I did. You know,
apples.
time-wise, of course, we have to adjust a little bit here and there.
Stir it for you.
Well, I'm going to add a little bit more to that, okay? We're going to add a little bit of coconut palm sugar. Now, this is going to be to taste.
Okay.
All right? I would start with maybe a ½ cup.
Okay.
And see how that does for you. If you want a little more, put a little more in. It's okay. There are no rules here. We're kind of making all of this up as we go along,
it's
and
all
it works.
to taste, right?
And it just all works. And I'm putting about a teaspoon of cinnamon in here. Okay? I love cinnamon and apples. To me is just beautiful.
It seems like the perfect combination, doesn't it?
It is. Tiny pinch of Himalayan salt, just a tiny, tiny pinch. And I'm just going to
mix it all up.
Mix it up.
Look at that color. It looks great, doesn't it?
It's nice, isn't it? It's kind of fallish to me, and it's apple-y and holiday-ish to me.
Exactly,
I just love that.
So once you stir it all up, then what do you do?
Well, what we're going to do now is I'm going to, now, if you remember, you can keep stirring it. That's great. In the last segment that we did yesterday, we made some delicious crumb topping, which can be used as cookies or cinnamon pop'ems, whatever you want to call them, doesn't make a difference. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small amount, I'm going to flatten it out.
To make it like a normal size cookie, like a bigger size cookie than that.
Yeah, kind of like a base, a little base, okay? Little base like yay. I'm going to take some apples, put it on top of that. This is so delicious.
It looks so good.
Oh, it is. It's so good. And then I'm just going to take a little bit more of our cinnamon crumbs and just crumble it on the top.
Yum.
And there you go. You have a delicious, and I mean delicious, dessert, snack, breakfast, whatever you want it for. It is good.
Yum, that looks so good. And it smells so good. I know you all can't smell this through the TV, but trust me, it smells delicious. It smells like the holidays is really what it smells like.
Right?
Yeah. Yes. Jane, thank you so much. Great recipe right here. Can't wait to try it out. Thanks again.
Thanks, Anna.
And we'll be right back.